Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio, this is SGTV News 4.
Good evening. Our top story tonight. Students are getting more than a COVID-19 test on Davis Field. They are now getting a t-shirt and the possibility of winning a ticket to a football game. News 4 reporter Finn Carlin has the story on how the university is encouraging testing by incentivizing it.
And we do expect it to get worse. We expect those numbers to go up. If you look out in the Midwest, a lot of those states are having a dramatic increase in the number of people testing positive.
Nationwide COVID cases, it seems, are on the rise. Over the past week, many states across the country like Montana, North Dakota, Nebraska, and Illinois with highly positive regions contributed to a national increase of 60,000 or more coronavirus cases. Health professionals like Dr. Beck attributing this trend partly to testing complacency.
Throughout South Carolina, there's a little bit of testing complacency that people are like, we've been going through this, we're kind of tired of this.
Here in Columbia, university officials like Jeff Stinsland relate this sentiment to students on campus having testing fatigue.
We saw early on in the semester, we had a lot of students that wanted to go. They were eager to get tested, and then testing fatigue set in a little bit. People either had to have positive tests or they didn't feel like they need to get tested again.
As students are getting tested less, public health concerns haven't gone away, as large student gatherings have still been seen, such as in the Orchard apartment complex this past Saturday.
I think, unfortunately, those are going to continue to happen throughout our semester. But I think this is kind of the point in the semester in which people are not as afraid as they were in the first 2 weeks. And so now they're kind of getting relaxed on their usage of masks or practicing of social distancing.
Now, the university is looking to push on-campus testing once again.
That's why we said, what can we do to really encourage students to go out again like they did at the beginning of the semester? And so that's why this incentive program was created.
These safe saliva tests for COVID-19 have been offered to students for the entirety of the semester. But now that they can get something in return, like this free t-shirt here, some feel more encouraged to get tested more often.
This has definitely incentivized me to test more frequently. At the beginning of the year, I had been doing a test, wait 2 or 3 weeks, a test, and now I'm doing it every week because I'm ooh, t-shirt. So yeah, I would definitely say that the free stuff is incentive for me.
While the push for testing is meant to further contain COVID-19 on campus, health officials say that they just want to keep people safe.
But I think we just want to maintain everybody safe. We want the faculty to be safe, we want the students to be safe, and we want our staff to be safe.
For SGTV News 4, I'm Finn Carlin.
Thanks, Finn. The historic Columbia Speedway will be hosting outdoor concerts and events this fall. The Columbia Speedway Entertainment Center will feature live music, comedy events, festivals, and sports watch parties beginning in November. Food and beverages will also be available at the Speedway, and a list detailing the full schedule of events will be released later in the week. More information on the Columbia Speedway Entertainment Center and upcoming events can be found on colaconcerts.com. And Lydia, this is a very exciting announcement.
Of course, yes, lots of fun. People are going to really get to enjoy that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. After the break, we'll have Caden Dinkins with your weekly weather.
We have the latest on the flu outbreak in Columbia,
as well as the latest on the coronavirus.
And finally, how nursing program just made history. I'm Akil Lopez, and this is News Wrap.
For SGTV News 4.
Be careful out there, Gamecocks. Flu season isn't over yet.
That looks good.
11 cases of the coronavirus have been confirmed in the U.S.
Up on all things USC. For SGTV News 4,
I'm Akil Lopez, forever to thee.
Welcome back, you guys. I'm here with the weather. For this week, this headlines are mostly sunny tomorrow, patchy fog starting Wednesday morning, and consistent temps in the 80s, and then the clouds show up on Thursday. And for the highs this week, as we start in the upper state, it is Greenville at 72. They're a little bit cooler, 73 in Rock Hill, 73 in Greenwood. And as we go into the Midlands, it gets a little warmer, starting at 79 in Aiken and 79 through Orangeburg, Sumter, and Florence, and then 78 in Columbia. And then as we move towards the coast, it is 79 in Hilton Head as well, a little bit warmer in Charleston at 81, and then 79 in Myrtle Beach. Right now it is 72 degrees and it feels like 72. The winds are going northeast at 3 miles per hour and the humidity is 64%. It is clear and cool. And then for this week, as we start on Tuesday, it has been mostly sunny with a high of 82. And then a low of 64. Wednesday, it is a high of 83 and early fog with a low of 64. As we move into Thursday, it is partly sunny with a high of 81 and a low of 63. As well, on Friday, it's partly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 63. On Saturday, it is possible rain and a high of 80 and a low of 62. And then Sunday, it is mostly sunny with a high of 78 and a low of 50 degrees. We'll be right back with you.
Is up and down, but trust me, it comes back around. Hang in there, baby.
Welcome back. I'm Kate Crenshaw with your sports update. Saturday's win over the 15th ranked Auburn Tigers wasn't just exciting for the South Carolina Gamecocks, but it was also historic. The 30-22 victory marks the first Gamecock win over an Auburn football team since 1933. Sophomore running back Kevin Harris continued leading the charge with the Gamecock offense with 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. But it was the play of junior defensive back J.C. Horn that made the difference for South Carolina. Horn had 2 interceptions on the day to help secure the second win of the season for the Gamecocks. In NFL news, the Atlanta Falcons picked up their first win of the season on Sunday with a 40-23 victory over the Minnesota Vikings. 35-year-old quarterback Matt Ryan showed that he still can perform at a high level as he had a great day throwing the football, finishing with 371 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Atlanta will take on the Detroit Lions coming up this Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. And finally tonight, after a shortened 60-game season for Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays are set to face off in the World Series. And this matchup really couldn't be more opposite. This will be the 21st World Series for the Dodgers in franchise history after they took down the Atlanta Braves in 7 games, whereas the Tampa Bay Rays will be playing in just their second World Series ever after they knocked out the Houston Astros. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is set for tomorrow night with first pitch at 8:09 p.m. on Fox. Kendall, it's an exciting time. Fall Classic is finally here. The Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
I am so excited about this World Series matchup, but I want to talk about that Game 7 last night between the Braves and the Dodgers. That was a phenomenal game, but can't wait for this World Series matchup. The Los Angeles Dodgers finally jumping over the hoop and making it into the World Series. And then, of course, you've got the Tampa Bay Rays, who have never won a World Series in franchise history. Good stuff there, Cade. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4 to keep up to date on all things USC. For SGTV News 4, I'm Kendall Smith.
And I'm Cade Crenshaw. Have a great week, Carolina. Forever to thee.